Simple actions, simple words. Juan, Pablo, Chaclan.
How do we inspire? How do we do that? I asked myself that question, and since I didn't know the answer, I did what any person would do nowadays. I Googled it. How do we inspire? And I found beautiful definitions. We inspire by being a driver, a visionary, a role model. And then I realized that when we think about inspiration, we think about those big leaders that have the power to inspire us. Which is fine. As I said, they have the ability to inspire us. I continued, but I said, stop, Google, stop. But how do we, normal people, inspire each other? In a one-to-one relationship between you and I, how do we do that? Or is it inspiration only reserved to those big leaders? I continued my research and I listed some of those turning points when I had a helping hand. Someone who changed my point of view. Someone who inspired me. And I found out that most of the time I was inspired by simple actions and simple words coming from regular people. One of the first turning points that I remember is the first time that my heart was broken. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, who hasn't been broken heart? You feel that you cannot breathe. You think that your life is over, and you even think that you will never be happy again. But there I was, feeling sad, lonely, and miserable. And this is where my first turning point comes. A friend of mine, Carol, she came to me and she started a conversation. And she said, accept that you lost. Accept that it's over. That simple action and those simple words had a great impact in my personal story. Eventually, I started breathing again. And I'm not dead. When I think about the power that a simple action can have, I like to think about the following analogy. In 1972, an airplane crashed under the Andes Mountain. An entire rugby team was on the plane, and only 16 people survived 72 days under the freezing temperatures of the mountains. Later, they created the movie called Alive, based on this story. One of the survivors said that on day 13, an avalanche cascaded down while they were sleeping, and everything was covered by snow, including himself. Suddenly, he started experiencing a very peaceful moment under the ice as snow. Hypothermia. He was dying. 3 of his fingers were left outside of the snow. Another survivor saw his fingers, went down, grabbed his hand, and pulled him out of the snow. They tried to do the same thing with the next person, but the next person was frozen and dead. A simple action that has a great impact on your personal story. I joined Toastmasters in 2015, and I was a very proud Toastmaster. I'm not afraid of public speaking. Until the moment they said that I could compete in a humorous speech in Spanish, which is my native language. And you know what? I said, no. There's no way I'm doing it. I cannot make people laugh. And I will not expose myself to that. And this is where my second turning point comes. A member of my club, Peter Kenton, He came to me and he started a conversation. He said, "You are not here in Toastmasters to do the things perfectly. You are here to learn and have fun." Inspiration. I signed up for the contest next day. Very nice condition. I made it to the club, to the area, to the division. I made it to the district. And you know what? I came third in the district. I made people laugh. Simple actions, simple words that can have a great impact on your personal story. So how do we inspire? We inspire by empowering the other. Simple actions. Go and start a conversation. Simple words. Tell the other person the potential you see on them. And become the helping hand that can pull someone out of his fears and weaknesses. And remember that inspiring one person might not change the world, but it could change one person's world. Madam Chair. Thank you.